Hi, I'm Deanne, and thanks for inquiring about EMDR intensives. For those of you who are a little more auditory or visual, this way is for you. So I want you to think of your brain having two different compartments. One having adaptive information like useful new stuff, maybe assertiveness tools or how you show up and you are organized and motivated. And then there's maladaptive, and that's the old stuff. It may come from a place of, well, why bother trying? I'm just going to get criticized about it anyway, or I'll do it wrong. I'm never good enough. And so in EMDR, standard EMDR, we link these two things in the brain. I'm totally oversimplifying, but this is an easy way to understand it. We link these two things in the brain so that you can't have this trigger or that old thing without the new information, and it helps bring you along to the new way. And that's what helps us change our habits and patterns. When you had a crappy childhood, or the behaviors that you're doing, the thought patterns that you're having are more pervasive, they're more broad about everything, or just more persistent. You can't seem to get rid of them with regular self-help, like better, or you've tried to explore it and it's not changing. Then we have to do a more advanced technique. So I want you to think of that as a brain, or your brain as a tree. And these are branches. So the issues that you have are like branches. But when things are more pervasive, there might be like 10 or 15 different ways that that thing is showing up. So we could trim the branches. We'd be like, okay, in this situation here, do this, and we'll rehearse. But that's a different style of therapy. If that's all you need, then great, do it. Just learn the new tools, and if you can apply them, wonderful. The EMDR intensive, the early childhood clearing or the repair work, whatever it is that you need, that's more when you might hear better ways, but you just can't seem to apply them. So we really need to get down to the root. We need to desensitize the root. And there's in standard protocol, we do get to root, but it's kind of one after another. In the repair process, we tend to clump things together and do a repair, which then shifts your sense of self and the strategies that you're using in the world so that we don't have to do it about every single thing that's happened. Everybody has a different threshold of the crappy childhood. We might start with doing 3 to 5 different events, and you really start to feel this shift in yourself, like, oh, I am lighter, or I am not worrying so much about that thing, or my anxiety has changed, or I feel a little more energy inside. So the whole process is going to be tailored to the way that you're responding. And that's why it's more complex, and we do it in the 3-hour sessions, and it is a bit more expensive than the regular hourly, because you're getting more. Ultimately, you'll do fewer hours of therapy. I've known people who've done therapy, sadly, for 20 years. More often, it's like 5 or 10 years, and then they come in, it's like, oh, this is what I needed. So thanks to neuroscience, we've really understood that there's some different techniques that certain issues need, and that's what these intensives are about. So if this is something you'd like to explore more, the next step would be to get the intake paperwork, and we'll spend an hour where you can unload, here's what's going on for me right now, and ask any questions that you have and make sure that this is a good fit for you.